Yes, back on the van build. We are converting this Ford Transit into the ultimate stealth camper. It's an L3H3 and it was an ex-electricity board workshop van. So when we got it, it was a complete mess. But since we've had it, we've done a complete clean of the inside of the van, fully stripped it out, removed everything that stank. We've also rust treated and painted the floor, laid some insulation, ply lined it and put our flooring down. Last week we fitted this massive skylight into the roof and this roof fan as well. But in the comments, people said, now I've added these to the roof, it no longer looks like a stealth van. So we need to rectify that this week. So on the roof, we are going to be building a stealth roof rack. It's going to be functional though, because it needs to hold a solar panel, but it is going to carry a few items that then disguise the fan and the skylight. It needs to be on budget, look a bit like a builder's roof rack, but we also want it to look good. We don't want it to look like a bag of shit. Right, let's crack on.
I just want to take a moment to say thank you to our new sponsors, Howden's Modified Van Insurance. Whether you're insuring a finished camper van or you're insuring a van conversion in progress, they will insure your van from the time you buy it to the time that it's a finished camper van. Give Howdens a call and mention a Buck Life and they will give you a great deal on your van insurance. I can personally recommend Howdens because both of our vans have always been insured with Howdens and currently are.
I've been shopping. What have we purchased for this? I have gone with Unistrut. Fat Unistrut and thin Unistrut. 42 by 42, 21 by 42. I've also got some stainless steel M8 bolts, which apparently fit the holes on the roof. Apparently. I haven't tested them yet, we'll find out. Some nylon 20mm spacers. However, I've already decided that was a waste of 10 quid from Amazon because I've bought some fatter, thicker ones that I think will do a better job. Those thin ones will basically just go through the middle holes of the Unistrut. Stupid. Stainless steel washers, plastic end caps to finish the ends off nicely. I also bought a box of these Zeb nuts. These fit inside the Unistrut and basically allow you to bolt it on top of each other. Oh, and final piece of the puzzle is some spray paint, black. And we're good to go. First job, I want to pop the rubbers off the roof and check that they're an M8 bolt. I've got my bag of trim tools from Amazon. Ah, my knee. Oh, 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 deep pain. Deep pain. Oh, God. To mount the roof rack, we're going to use the factory roof rack holes. That is one there. There's one there, and one there. There's also a load of little jobs to do on the roof, which I want to get done this video, which there's a few little rust spots that I want to treat, and we need to whip that thing off. I know people have said I should keep the spinny air circulation thing. However, there's going to be a solar panel going there, so I can't keep it. And we've got our two forms of ventilation, in, out, in. So apparently these just pop off. Let's get some toolage, trim tools. I don't quite know how you're supposed to get under there. I wonder if I should heat them up a little bit. They're like painted in. Bit of heat? I think a bit of heat. Nice that. Oh, look at that for the win. Literally straight off. Oh, nice. Oh, that does not look like an M8 though. That looks like an M6. Let's get a bolt. What do we think? Oh, that doesn't fit. Oh. Oh. Oh, it does. Oh, it does fit. But I can foresee a problem. I went with 30mm bolts, thinking 20mm spacer in, but there's actually this recess. So, and there's a hole there to go into. So realistically, I need a 40mm bolt. How do the spacers fit? Okay, they do fit on there. They do cover the hole, which is good. But with that in there, that doesn't reach down. I can't tell you how many things I've bought on Amazon that then don't fit. when I'm doing these vans.
The actual thread is deeper in there.
The other thing we've got to think, is that spacer going to be enough with then the 40mm Unistrut on there? Pops right off. Oh, look at that. Straight off. Hope these don't leak before I get the rack on. Oops. Pop. Pop. Oh, the joy. Done. Right, let's measure up. I've got a few things. Obviously, I want to keep the beacon lights, this one and that one in the far corner. In terms of length, that means we can only kind of go from like here down to that back line. So I'm thinking 252 we're going. Unistrut. I've not used Unistrut before. It is a little bit heavy, so bear that in mind if you're thinking of using this for your roof rack, but it's really cheap, like 20 quid a length. So super affordable if you're doing a budget build. 252. 252 is on a hole. That's annoying. That's frustrating me. I can't do it. We're gonna have to go shorter or bigger. I think we should go bigger. Hope that it can take it. 255 is perfect. Down the sides. What do we think for cutting? Hacksaw, angle grinder. So we've got the two 42 by 42 mil. This is the thicker stuff, and that is going along there. I want to offer it up because I want to know if the spacers are thick enough or we need to order some more. These just keep slipping off. So spacer goes on there. What I'm trying to work out is, will the cross rails go over there because of the hump of the roof? And that is, it's like tight. It's like mega tight. Rail 1, rail 2. Now we can put the 21 by 21 Unistrut on and see if it clears the height of it. Here we go, without knocking it off, because that's obviously what's going to happen. Does it fit? Yes. Look at that. With 10 mil to spare. Nice. Right, I need to order those 40mm bolts because I know that they are definitely what I need. I've got 4 of these rails to go across width. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this will be my solar panel. So whatever size I can fit on there, maximum size. I'm hoping we can get 300 watts, maybe 4, 300, 2, I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think. Right, I've done the old stick something in the hole method to work out how long a bolt I need, and that is 48 mil. So 50 mil bolt might be a little bit too long. 45 mil bolt is going to be perfect. You don't want the thread to be too short because you don't want this falling off and hitting somebody. We need to cut the cross pieces. Aesthetically, I'd want to cut them so they're in line with this. My roof rack needs to carry some disguising items, and I need as much as this space as possible. So I think I'm going to bring it to this edge here. Oh, I don't know what to do. I'm really torn because I want it to look really like flush and neat, but at the same time I do want it to look authentically builder-ish or tradesman-ish. I don't know. Okay, we're going for dimension wise. Do we do it flush? No, we've got to go long. It needs to look right. 160. 4 at 160, that's the plan. What you're witnessing here is a man that does not know what measurement to cut these at, so I double, triple check these so many times. Anyway, if you're enjoying watching this episode of the van build, click subscribe. It really helps the channel and I really appreciate it. Yes, happy days. They are all cut to length. Right, we're going to take this party inside. We're going to get some paint on these. Just going to give these a quick file on those ends where I've made the cuts. Quick key with some sandpaper so the paint sticks. These are galvanized, so they shouldn't rust, but you do want the paint to stick. Quick wipe down with some alcohol spray. We're ready for paint. I've got 2 types of paint. Coat of primer, and then later this evening we'll get a coat of that on it as well. Here we go. First coat of primer going on here, and I'm hitting the top first, and I'm trying to keep the can at about 10 to 15 centimeters away. Nice even back and forth motion all the way to give me a nice even coat. Then I flip it over and do the exact same on the other side. 2 layers of primer have been laid down. I'm gonna flip them over and put a couple of coats of this on top, satin black. Exactly the same again. This time I'm putting on a couple of more coats just to get a more durable finish to it. New day, and the paint is dry. On the face of it, they look really good. However, in my haste to paint last night, when I turned them over, they weren't quite dry, and it has left this when I've turned it back over today. Basically on every one, it's just pulled a bit of paint off, which is super annoying. I did do it that way round because you won't see the top of it, but I am just going to touch that up because I just can't stand for it not to be right. Also, it's been pissing down all day. I wanted to try and get this fitted, but the bolts have arrived. We're going to try and get this fitted today. First job. We've got these special little M plates for Unistrut, which I'm going to tap on, rubber mallet, and then they should just slide up to there. Oh, no. Oh, it's professional. Look at it. Nice. They are ready for mounting. Look at the finish. Right happy with that. Big one's on first, and I'm going to make sure this writing that's on one side is going to be on the inside of the roof. Going to give these a bit of a clean where we're mounting, and a dry, to be fair, because it's been absolutely lashing it down today. Right, there's a few little spots of rust on the roof that are going to be covered when I put this rack on it, so I want to sort them for now. There's a few more I need to sort as well, but like here, just there, needs a little bit of a rub down and a bit of that primer. Oh, this horrible weather. Horrible. We actually had a huge rainfall in the night and no water got in, but I think it's common to put some kind of waterproofing around this. So I'm going to use a bit of that mastic tape. That's going to go over the hole and then to bolt everything onto it. So I'm just going to cut myself a little cube of mastic, stick that over the hole like that. I poke myself a little hole in there. That spacer then goes on there. Let me just check that this bolt lines up. There we go. Yes, happy days. Need to repeat that process. 4 holes on this side and then the 4 holes on that side. Right, they are in-ish. I know I measured these bolts, but part of me feels like they're a bit big. That bolt lines up, doesn't line up. That one down there does. So I need to remove that little section there. Annoyingly, some more paint's come off because we're in the middle of winter building a van. Okay, and then I'm just going to use a little bit more primer to just rust proof that cut mark. You wouldn't believe this. I've cut the fucking wrong bit out. How have I done that? And I've damaged more paint. I really shouldn't. I really should have left this. The paint is not playing ball at all. Right, we're back. We can finally get this assembled. On with the roof rack, here we go. So the process is clean, mastic, spacer, Unistrut, bolt, done. on. Had to use 3 washers because my bolt measuring skills. I measured the hole. It was deep enough, but it's in. What do we think? They're in there. There's the butchered section. It's on solid. Solid roof rails. Let's lay them across. Rail number 1. They're not going to fit on the marks, are they? Oh, I knew this. Oh, for God's sake. One of those has to be removed. That's so annoying. Letting me make the mistakes for you before you do your roof rack, I feel. Actually, we can have it slightly offset, to be fair. Zeb nuts here. They've got a little spring on. So what you do is you push them in like that. They go like that. That goes on top. Washer on there. Got a 30mm M8 bolt go on there. You wouldn't believe this. It fits without having to cut any away. Just look at that. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I was thinking, wow, this job is going not well at all. I've made loads of mistakes. It is my first time working with Unistrut, so I feel like I can forgive myself, but boom, look at that. First one's on. Right, happy days. That amazingly fits. So we can get that one on, that one on, that one on. On go the rest of the roof rails. When you're using the Zeb nuts, you push them in, you twist them, and that's what locks them in underneath the Unistrut. Yes, look at it. It's on. Happy, well happy with that. I think this looks mint. This looks too good. Solid that, it's not going anywhere. Should have left it not black for the stealth van vibes. A couple of things to do. We have got to make it more stealthy, so we need to put a few things on the roof that are going to do that. New day, and we've got a problem. Extremely flat tire. So I've got a plan. Here we have a full set of old tires that came off the Crafter. So we're going to whip down to the local garage and hopefully swap them onto the van. I don't think the wheels will fit, but the tires will fit the Ford's wheels. I was about to change them anyway because look at the fronts. They are basically on the limit and need changing. But look how flat this is. It is fully dead. Actually walked out of work to find it like this. So it's been a case of pump it up every morning. All right, that'll do. That will get us to the garage. Let's load these tyres up. Full spanking new set. Oh, me back. Oh.
No, you've got an MOT booked in.
Whilst Chris is sorting out the tyres, thought I'd take the opportunity to have a quick look underneath at the van. Oh my God, this would make fitting stuff underneath so easy. There are those bastard bolts for the front seats I couldn't get out. There's the new gearbox that we had fitted, looking mint. Look how fresh and shiny that is. That looks tidy. I might have to ask Chris if I can come here and fit some things underneath next time I need to get underneath it. This is just a game changer. All the sills look mint. Not even really any surface rust. Back from the tyre fitters, and we have 4 basically brand new, get this, I didn't even realise they came off the Crafter, all season 3 peak tyres, which means they're basically winter tyres. Yes, here we go. Puncture fix, all new tyres all round. Let's get on the roof. Right, before we finish off the stealthing of the van roof rack, I want to remove that so that we can crack on with insulation inside. And somebody mounted something through the roof with a screw. We want to get rid of that and those. I don't know if they actually pierced or just distorted the roof. Oh, it has gone through that. That needs drilling out then. Okay. Right, that's these holes prepped. I put a little bit of primer on here. Now the holes have been primed, I'm going to put some Sikaflex 522 on and these stainless steel discs which I've painted white. Big old blob, get some of that in there. Big old blob of that, and then on with the disc. Okay, it's not pretty, but had a bit of a problem where the black primer had gone a bit coagulated, which is why I put some of the white stuff on. It's on the roof, it seals the holes. This roof job is just proving to be a bit of a pain, to be honest. Oops. Oops. There's like a bolt in here, I think. I've sussed it. Socket goes in there to take that off. Oh, yes. Oh, God. Yes. It's off. There's quite a bit of rust around there I need to treat, really. Let's drill out these holes. I've got a right problem here, I'm in a right pickle. Couple of issues. One, it's going dark. Two, there's rust on the underside of that panel. I want to sort it out properly. I need some rust killer there, but I haven't got any. I've run out. I'm gonna order that, but that doesn't mean we can't get this top on because the actual top section is okay. I'm just gonna leave that section bare. Hopefully that will come in the next few days. Treat that rust, paint it up. Up top, this isn't too bad. I've given it a bit of a sand. Gonna give it a bit more and then we can spray paint that. At the top is a lot better and we're all fully back to bare metal. So I can give that a quick clean, wipe it down, get some primer on it, and then we can get that panel stuck on. These vans always throw up something, don't they? I was not expecting that. Usually I'd use that primer, but it dried up. Right, bit of primer. You wouldn't believe it's actually raining, guys. It's actually raining. Passmat has painted this stainless steel panel. So I'm just gonna Sikaflex this on. I'm not gonna pop rivet it. I just felt like I'm just gonna bond it. I'm gonna bond it down, and then when it's dry another day, I'm actually gonna put a bead of bonding, like panel bond all the way around or along those lines. Sikaflex bead all the way around here. It's actually raining, guys. I'm gonna go double bead like this. And around that hole as well. Around that hole. Okay. Today has just been one of those days where I just ran out of that tyre thing. Took ages to, like, obviously it took an hour and a bit to swap the tyres over. Right, that's it. Now we can stealth the roof up. It's absolutely it down here. Oh, right, that we need to rust treat, but the outside is all weather sealed. Right, I've been shopping for stealthing stuff. This is going to be an ongoing process because there's more stuff to come, but we have got 2 lengths of 4-inch pipe. I'm going to strap to this side here.
The idea with this is so that we can camp and hide in plain sight. If you look at the van, it's just going to look like an ordinary builder's or highways van.
Yes, it's absolutely it down now, but we have completed this side of the stealth roof rack. These 4-inch pipes are now on, strapped down, and the great thing is now that from the side of the van, we now look like a full builder's van or works van of some description. Oh, it's so wet out there. The plan for the other side is a ladder, but I couldn't find one that was the right thickness yet. That's it. I can't, but honestly, today has just couldn't have gone any worse. So you're gonna have to tune in next week to find out what the Stealth Rack looks like in the daylight. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure you check out Howden Insurance for a great deal on your van insurance. Don't forget to subscribe. Click here for another build video. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.